Hello everyone and welcome to the 2019 South Florida Open presented by Latitude 64. This PDGA A tier taking place in South Florida. Terry Miller, the disc golf guy, joined by Thomas Gilbert. Thomas, we're here for the second round of the tournament. We covered the FPO during round one, and it looks like you're just a stroke off the lead, and maybe no real big surprise, Chris Dickerson out in front.
I know, he's incredible.
It's now Saturday morning. You guys played a Friday afternoon round to get things started. You played over at Snyder Park, and now we move to a very different looking course, don't we, at Markham?
Yeah, much more open for the most part, but we got a few wooded holes as well, which is nice.
I feel like we get to the woods most often in the back half of the course, so the front half definitely playing a little more open. We see Chris with a big Anheuser, and looks like maybe you're a little low. Are you nervous at all?
I don't think I'm too nervous, but I think I just misplayed the shot there a little bit. Trying to do more what Randon's doing here. Nice high hyzer over all the trees.
A good looking forehand, 369 feet to start this course out. And we've seen Randon before. I have to admit, I haven't seen James play before, and he's worked himself right here on this lead card.
Yeah, it was nice to meet him. First time playing with him. Here I'm just trying to pitch up my putter to the green, maybe give it a little floaty run, but just kind of keep it close.
Now, people will immediately say they're seeing two baskets. What's going on here? Did that take some adjusting for you? Because I know it did for me.
Yeah, definitely. The unique factor of this course is that they have both baskets. They have, I think, chain stars for the short positions, and then we're going to be playing to the T1 Prodigy baskets. Oh, Chris just a little right on his birdie look.
I think he thought he had it as soon as he released it.
I know, so did I.
And you clean up for the par. Do you at all get nervous, I'll say at any point, or even on the first hole, thinking, all right, just, let's not bogey this?
Yeah, definitely want to just play a clean first hole and trying to get those nerves out that you might feel just before the round.
All right, well, nothing special here on hole one, so to speak. We move over to hole two, and this one's got a little teeth to it.
It does. You're throwing over the water for the most part, and you just want to make sure to get back over and somewhere across the pond. So you see Chris throws it a little far left, but that's just playing safe.
Yeah, it looked like his disc actually hit right near the basket, and then he skipped to about 25, maybe 30 feet.
Yeah. Here I got a overstable Cayman and kind of just throw it a little short as well, a little scared of the water.
Again, though, safe, and that's paramount here.
Definitely. Oh, just looks like Randon was trying to swing it a little bit wider than me and Chris, and unfortunately clips a tree that sends it directly into the middle of the pond.
I believe that it was a gator, if I recall what he was talking about earlier.
Yep, that makes sense.
And finding the safe side even after the roll, that'll work.
Yeah.
Again, anything safe just so you're not, using another stroke to get over the water. And now Randon's going to have to move basically to the water's edge, and that's not an easy shot either.
No.
Looks like he's going to be a little bit short, so he's got some work to do here.
Yeah. Gonna have to pitch up a putt up and around these trees. Ooh, gives it a pretty good run. Looks to stay dry there.
Just barely. I know from my angle right next to him, I had no idea if that found the water or not, so.
Here I am from 40-ish feet, just didn't quite snap it hard enough.
And as opposed to Chris, you were in great position because you didn't have to worry about the water as much.
That was a great putt by Chris. Really good speed control to give it like a safe run, but still manages to get it in for the sweet birdie.
Yeah, coming from that angle, and you see that James doesn't have much of a look either, even though he was within 30 feet of the basket. And what a solid birdie there by Chris a moment ago.
Yeah, that's a nice bonus putt for him. Although he makes those a lot as well.
Your height, no disadvantage there?
No.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'5". Trying to catch up to Big Germ a little bit.
Do you have growing to do?
Not sure.
Just so everyone knows, and you're a young gun that's come onto the scene, you know, from an international perspective and then some. What are you rated right now, and how old are you?
Right now I'm rated 10-12, and I am 20 years old.
You see Dickerson putting himself on the dance floor.
Here I'm just kind of trying to force a straight shot with a pretty neutral disc, but kick right into the water. James looks to try to be sliding one up there, but kind of catches some grass.
Yeah, this one's tough because you're definitely playing that straight angle, so to speak, and you're really trying to come up at least 30 or 40 short of the basket, and then just hopefully getting some forward skip to it.
Yeah, this looks like a pretty good shot here from Randon. Does that. Skips a little bit long, but that's looking really good.
A little backstop action.
Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah, a little time lapse.
Well, nobody had their quick stick retriever here. Maybe would have helped us.
Yeah, lots of those in Florida.
Pro move, though. You picked it up with the left hand, keeping your throwing hand dry. I noticed that. That's a pro move right there.
Yeah, definitely. Leave it a little short. It's going to be a tricky look through the trees. Ooh, James just trying to go over that branch, but kind of catches it a little bit on the end.
And it feels like every look here is a tricky look. That tree is just, it's gnarly.
Yeah, definitely. Oof.
Man, and he had the right height. He hit the gap, but just needed a little more fade to it.
Yeah.
And this also looks nasty.
I know. I'm just trying to split that little V there and hyzer into the basket.
Incredible.
I was so happy to save that bogey.
Yeah, you can tell by the look on your face. Not the emotion. Maybe you were just relieved a little bit as you were able to walk away, and Randon's going to pick up 2 on you on this hole. Good birdie.
Great birdie.
So these 2 in the woods, and now we're going to kind of have a tunnel shot that's going to play straight out, although I think your approach is a little bit different to it. But we're going to move on to hole 4. Chris still with this 3-stroke lead. Seems to be doing all right. I want to thank Latitude 64 for being the title sponsor here of the event. Here's Randon with the tee.
Yeah, so we got about like a 200-foot tunnel shot, and then it kind of opens up and has maybe like 110 feet left. And you just kind of want to get out the gap and be on the dance floor and have some sort of putt. Looks like Chris forcing over an F1, I think. Wow.
Yeah, just incredible. Just barely missing those last couple of low-hanging branches, which I think is the real challenge to this hole, is keeping it low enough to get through those, but still having enough power to get all the way to the pin.
Yeah, definitely. And because of that tricky low shot, I try to just ignore all that and go over the top with a big hyzer.
Wow, what a what a risky play. And the question is it pan out? And, well, okay, you beat the gap.
Beat the gap.
How do you feel about that shot?
I feel pretty good about it. I'd like to get a little further, but with the headwind, I guess I didn't put enough juice on it.
Randon's approach is just a bit short. Now we're feeling some more of this wind that maybe we didn't feel the first couple of holes because of the woods. You're hearing it as well.
Yeah, feeling it as I walk out of the woods.
Like, that's why I didn't get there. Okay.
Yeah, just straightens out the putt a little bit as well.
Now, what was that shot like for you in practice? Were you putting it right there?
Yeah, I was actually a little worried about going over the road because I did put one over the road in practice. But gotta learn from that, hopefully. Better executed next round.
Yeah, and that's a great birdie there by Dickerson we just saw a moment ago after he went right up the middle.
Yeah. Definitely a really good birdie to get on this tricky hole.
I feel like par is a pretty common number there, so I'm not going to say the birdie's a all-out bonus, but it's definitely a good one to get, like you said.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness. Chris playing the sidearm to kind of fight the right to left wind and goes off the cage.
Wow, incredible. We get another look at it. I want to thank Juha, who's all the way here from Finland helping out with the event. And then he said, hey, I'll go out and give it a shot at being a catch camera for the first time. And you'll see quite a few shots from him throughout the weekend. So thank you so much to him. And I'll give a quick plug. I was at his tourney last year over in Finland, the largest tournament number-wise in all of Europe. An incredible effort that they put out. So if you get a chance to go check out the tourney, make sure you do.
Yeah, it's a great event. Hear only good things about it.
And you keep yours low, and that wind just really seems to be ripping now. And you're out, but you're still within 25 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, just try to direct spin putt it. Make sure to get it in there.
Good birdie. That's 2 for 2 here on the card. Chris is obviously underneath it.
Yeah.
And James is going to hopefully complete the star.
It's looking good. Oh, yeah.
Nice. That feels good. I mean, no matter how competitive things get, anytime I feel like a group gets a star frame like that, it just has this, you know, I don't know, this warm and fuzzy that you get as a group. Like, yeah, we just did what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, good confidence boost for the group.
So we're going to head across the road. This is a 390-foot par 3, hole 6. Same disc as hole 1, and looks to be a similar shot from Chris.
Yeah, definitely. He's just playing that nice high anhyzer, letting it float down the whole way. Oh my goodness. You might not realize it, but that is such a good shot. Beating the trees on the left and just parking it.
Yeah, there's this row of trees as that's heading off to the left side towards the next group. Now he's going to be safe still.
Yeah.
But there's this entire row of trees right there, as I was just alluding to, that you see. And so to come inside of that and to get just past the basket like Chris did, it was an incredible shot.
Looks like James maybe just trying to get in a position with the hyzer.
Yeah, maybe you feel like his game plan is, you know, I don't want to air to the left. I'm not worried about getting all the way for the birdie, but I just don't want to air left and find the road.
Yeah.
And this is a good looking turnover by yourself, but gets caught up a little bit.
Yeah. James trying to give a little hyzer run. Yeah, keeps it close.
Yeah, with the winds pushing from right to left when you're standing on the tee, I'll say I do feel like this one is a really good bonus one to get as well. What's your putter of choice?
The Nexus Big Beat Aviar, just Kawhi signature. I noticed that Randon as well putts with those. Nice grippy putter.
And are those usually a little bit stiffer or not?
Yeah, definitely. It's like a DX XT blend, I believe, and so it just nice and stiff, but has that good tacky feel for a spin putt.
As opposed to what somebody might see from like a KC plastic, usually, which are a little slicker. Okay.
Yeah.
Another great birdie, Dickerson going deep, and the only guy to really put himself in that position. What a solid birdie here as he moves to 15 under, and he's gotten a little more distance on you after he's gotten the last 2 holes.
I know. He's gotten the good birdies, bonus birdies, gaining strokes on the hole card.
This one really threw me off at first, not seeing the park ahead of time. To see that this one's just 316 feet, I think, is what's a little surprising in the first place. Do you feel like it plays that long or that short?
I feel it plays longer. I'm personally throwing a destroyer on the hole, but I also kind of go up and around, and the straight out line's a bit covered with trees, so you'll see most people going out around, which can play a bit longer.
We saw the park job by Dickerson. Randon's comes up a little short. Dickerson, whatever the distance is, he apparently has it dialed.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a turnover flex shot.
Alex looks really good. Yeah. He'll be about circle's edge, probably.
And yours is just a totally different route than what we saw from the previous 3 throws. Just straight hyzer.
I think they read the wind a bit better because I threw mine up and that right to left just pushed it really far left.
Juha had a hard time finding it, but we'll see it off in the woods line in a moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of stretched out.
I was just gonna say, you're blessed that you're only that far in, so that you could just really have a long stretch out to be able to see the pin here.
Yeah. Trying to throw that in, but want to be soft so I don't have a big comebacker.
If I gave you 100 of those shots, how many would you make?
I think I'd make 20.
Wow. Okay. So really confident with that little touchy forehand shot as James puts in for the birdie, and Dickerson's going to do the same. He's just on a tear.
Yeah. It's birdie after birdie.
Sometimes he makes it look all too easy.
He does. Here we got some cleanups for par from me and Randon.
You guys are going to head up and to the right to find yourself tucked inside this wood line by just a few feet. As we move over to hole number 8, this one goes straight out. You do have to hit through the 2 center trees as it plays as really a double mando.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really tricky small gap about halfway through the hole. Oh my gosh, as Chris just skips up another park job. Ooh, nice little air bounce there for James. He just plays a nice layup shot to the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, this is really a power forehand at 335. I mean, you have to have a lot of trust in hitting that gap, but then also the power to get there. And holy cow, Randon almost buzzing the basket. Yeah.
Yeah, here I got Metal Flake Destroyer trying to just hit this gap, hit the Mando tree and fall just a little bit short.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to admit that's a really tough spot to stand as the throw cameraman. You know, the congestion is there, and that like getting into position to try and see your flight, but then also try and see the Mando is a little tough to align. So I'll make a few excuses for myself here. Now this is Randon after going deep.
Oh, so close.
And business as usual for Chris.
Yeah, it's another solid birdie.
James taps in, as do you for your par. Randon's, well, I'm kind of sitting there waiting, and
yeah,
he's not paying attention, so I check in with the gallery here in a moment. Kobe's walking along. Let's see what he says.
Do you think he doesn't need to putt out or what?
Well, he was debating whether to just go ahead and take a higher number, but he made the conscious decision to go ahead and tap out and get his routine par.
He genuinely did forget that he had to tap out until he was reminded. So, and you see Kobe and Vinny there. Yeah. Well, why aren't they playing? Give us some insight.
They actually both have lower back injuries right now. Kobe had to drop out the day before, halfway through the first round, just bugging him too much, and Calvin's kind of nursing an injury that happened later in the touring season.
Yeah, so unfortunately neither of them, again, like you mentioned, Kobe did start the first round, and it was about 9 holes in when he withdrew and said it just maybe he overplayed himself the previous few days in that I think he said he played like 4 rounds in 3 days to prep for this, and that might have been a bit much.
Yeah. It looks like Randon has it turned over a little bit. Looks like it might be finishing in the previous hole's fairway. But that's safe. He's about pin high with the basket as well.
This is an all-out crush for you. What are your what's your game plan going into this hole?
I'm just trying to throw a destroyer on some hyzer, and threw it a little too high. It's going to stall it a little bit early, but if I get it just right, it should be up there by the basket.
We pan over. It's kind of guarded in this little cutout area. You see that right near the green, and can get a little bit faster due to the lack of grass as that comes in and skips up right next to the pin. So Randon's looking at a tap in. Now this is listed as a par 4, which I can understand because it's really tough to get to it, but maybe an easier par 4?
Yeah, I would say so. The distance isn't too hard. It's just getting the line right and throwing it through the final gap in the hole. As James just comes up a little short. And we actually haven't even gotten to Chris's drive yet. He's still closer.
So everybody else has approached. You had a little forehand flick out of the woods that rolled to this spot.
Yeah.
Nice birdie.
Yeah, I'm happy to save that from the tricky position.
Had to work on it just a little bit, but still birdie. And here's Chris for what would be an eagle.
Yeah. Great bonus. Really good 2 to get.
So even when you birdie, you lose a stroke to Dickerson. That's the takeaway here. Well, these guys are going to tap in. I want to thank you for joining me for the front 9. We hope everyone will join us for the back. Thomas, I appreciate it. And leave in the comments your favorite putter, and that will make you eligible to win a disc here for my giveaway. We'll see you guys on the back 9.